Okay, so let's have a think about what we're going to cover today. We're going to have a think about what are reasonable adjustments, particularly with a focus on mental health. We're going to explore making reasonable adjustments and the benefits of doing that. We'll also consider requesting and responding to reasonable adjustments, how you manage employees and create that supportive working environment. We'll look at reviewing policies to include a particular focus on positive mental health. And also we'll touch on the new guidance that has been issued from ACAS. And the final duty to make reasonable adjustments occurs to an auxiliary aid. And this is a duty on an employer to provide an auxiliary aid where a disabled person would, but for the provision of that auxiliary aid, be put at a substantial disadvantage compared to those who are not disabled. That's contained in section 20, subsection 5. So what do we mean by an auxiliary aid? An auxiliary aid is something which provides support or assistance to a disabled person. So that could be things like a specialist piece of equipment, an adapted keyboard, text-to-speech software, a provision of a sign language interpreter, or particularly with a focus on mental health as an example, a support worker for the disabled employee. Okay, so now we've considered and had a think about the legal framework that applies when supporting employees with their mental health. Okay, so let's have a think about this from the manager's perspective and managing employees. Okay, so as a manager, clearly they have a really crucial role in supporting employees with reasonable adjustments. So having a think about that support, but also for managers to recognise changes in employees' behaviour, making sure that managers understand that adjustments might not work for the first time and may need to be tweaked and altered over time. It's important that managers are flexible in their approach and they show ongoing commitment and support to that individual with managing reasonable adjustments.